What's up, everybody? Good morning. How's everybody doing? As you can see, we're back at it. War Thunder on the good old Gads Gaming. Today, we're doing another one. We are doing another one. Nose to tail. Today, as you see, we're going a little British. Doing the British thing. So break out your tea, break out those biscuits. We're getting in on this one. Let's do it. All right. So today, we are in a Spitfire Mark II Bravo, and this lovely aircraft is definitely a defining shape for the British everywhere. So, if you're American, you think P-51. If you're British, Spitfire all the way. And why? Because that beautiful, elegant shape and wing. And again, that beautiful Rolls Royce Merlin engine it was so good they ended up started putting them in American planes. That's how good that engine was. But like I said, today we're running the Mark II Bravo. So this lovely fighter, I want to say, was developed in the 30s as a Supermarine racer. Supermarine, the company, actually was developing race planes for those Thompson Trophy and a couple other air races back in the 30s, where a lot of the development from that airplane shifted into this aircraft. And what they got is what you see here today. I want to say, offhand, God, I don't know how many of these they made. They had to have made a lot of them, right? Well, I know there was a lot of variants. There was like A through Echo variants. And they want to say the original types all had machine guns. So I think the first type that actually had cannons is the one right here. It's the Mark IIB. I think the Mark IIA still had just 8 303 British machine guns. I think I'm right on that. I'll double check. But yeah, again, this thing saw service from 39 all the way to 45 post-war. I mean, it pretty much continued into the 50s for some other countries. A lot of countries got these secondhand, just like the 109s. These eventually saw and fought against 109s in the Battle of Britain, as well in the Israel conflict in the late 40s when both sides were getting secondhand 109s, Hurricanes, and Spitfires, and duking it out over the deserts of Israel over there, trying to figure out their situation. So 7 8 years after they first met, they had a rematch. And yeah, so I want to say at least till the mid 50s, early 50s at least, these things were flying around. And throughout the years, this thing just kept getting better and better engines. The later version in World War II had the Griffin engine, which was a monster of an engine compared to the Rolls Royce. But that's here, that's here nor there. Either way, it was a good aircraft. So like I think everybody uses this. Americans use this. Polish use this. Um, British, obviously. I want to say Russians got a few of these. I mean, a lot of people ended up flying British aircraft because it's all they had at the beginning of the war. I mean, a lot of the American aircraft were just barely coming out or haven't proven themselves for them to be reliable. I mean, they flew, European theater, African theater, Pacific theater. I mean, they were all over. Had a lot of different variants. I mean, it was a good aircraft. I mean, this specific one, the 1As and the 1Bs, I think there was around like 1,500 made, I want to say. At least 1,500 made, maybe a little more. And today, from what it says suggestions. There's around 55 to 78 airworthy Spitfires around the world, compared to, if you guys remember the old movie from 1967, The Battle of Britain, where they reenacted the Battle of Britain with actual 111s and Spanish built um, 109s with the Rolls Royce engine in it, as well as Spitfires. They only had 14 Spitfires in 1967, and supposedly there's between, like I said, 55 and 78 airworthy Spitfires in different stages of restoration, if not flying. It's not really specified, but that's a good amount. I mean, you can see them all over the world. Australia, a lot of them are in Australia. Britain, for example. There's some in mainland Europe. I think there's a few in America. I mean, they've made 11,988 supposedly of these aircraft. I mean, that's a lot. And it goes back to what I always say at every video. They made so many cool things in World War II or just in history in general. And there was only so many of them around. So many of them were saved. So many of them were looked at. It's like, hey, we need to, think about keeping this around and not just scrapping it for metal. But sadly, people don't really think about it. It's not like people are going to look at Teslas today, for sure. And I'm like, we need to save these. I hope not. Keep those classic cars around. Tesla's, Priuses, those basic sedans. I hope 30 years from now, people are like, oh my God, I wish we still had some of these around. But these things, how the tanks and ships and planes and all type of gear from Roman times to medieval times to anything, any era, we should have just kept more of. We should have just saw the value of it and the history of it and just thought to have a sense of, hey, we should, restore this or keep this around or not scrap it. But it is what it is. Spitfire Mark II Bravo. We're going to get into it. This is a great aircraft, one of the best turning aircraft in the game. Sadly, as we all know, Russian bias. Sometimes you'll see a Yak 3, even Yak 9s, turn just as good, if not better, than a Spitfire in some cases, which doesn't make any sense. But that's the game we play. And one thing I noticed is German and British engines in this game overheat very fast. So when you fly this aircraft, be very, very careful about over revving your engine because you'll burn up your engine fast. Why is a Russian B-25 on the airfield? Oh, he's doing that sneaky. He's doing that sneaky stuff like I try to do. Oh, we should do that. That's a good-looking airplane right there. Supposedly one of my friends at a different base had one of those come up and land in front of his tanker base a few days ago, and he was taking pictures of it, and I was all geeking out over the pictures. I think it was a Bravo or Charlie model B-25. That's a J, but it was a good-looking aircraft. See if you see that one, the top turret's like on the backbone, like in the upper between like the wings. The one that he showed me, the turret was on the bottom of the far end of the tail, closer to the tail. So you could tell it was an earlier version. Ooh, somebody already crashed. But yeah, there's a good amount of those flying around, I think, still too. I want to say at least maybe in the teens or 20s, I want to say. I know it's definitely one of those, because where I grew up, there's an airfield where they actually had a real Japanese A60 that flew. I wonder if it's still there. It has to be still there. But that museum had Sky Raiders. I think they had a TBF Avenger. They had another. I want to say it was a Wildcat. Maybe it was a Hellcat. Hellcat. They had a Zero. They had a B-25. They had a Constellation at one time that like never moved. I think somebody finally bought it and maybe restored it. If you guys remember that, God, was it a Lockheed Constellation? I can't remember the designation. It was a like early transport passenger aircraft, so like Trans Am and or not Trans Am, Pan Am. Trans Am's a car in a race series for Pan Am company for international flights and intercontinental flights. It has like a it's not like a tri-tail. I want to say it's a quadruple tail. God, I'm blanking. But I remember they had one of those there. They had a couple T6s. But yeah, that was a cool little museum growing up around. I see a guy right there, right off the tip of my nose. This guy right there. Yeah, see him shooting? We might go after him. This is a big match. Again, 120 rounds of 20 mil, so we're not going to get a lot of fire. So we might go after that attacker. See, I'm already overheating. So I'm just going to speed up to like 220 maybe. I'm going to cut it. There you go. Cut it back to 90. That looks like a Russian PE-2 maybe? Maybe B-25. Let's see the twin tail. I'm at 8,000. It's going away from me. Yeah, I'm the only one over here, so I'm going to go after this guy. There he is. Right there. Going after the column right there. So I'm going to cut my engine and get some full cooldown. PBJ. Oh, I love that airplane. That's one of my favorite V-25s. Oh, he turned just at the perfect moment. Ooh, ripped off that flap. Sadly, the B-25 has great defense to the rear. So I don't want to attack him to the rear because I'm just going to get smoked. Since he's concentrating on that, I'm going to try to get a little speed and try to come up from the side angle. Coming down. He doesn't see me, he's stalling. He's down. Get my altitude back up. Ooh, who's this guy? B-51. Oh, he's getting smoked. Nice. LA-5. Nice. You let him freaking get his kill. See, I'm not the guy that's gonna just like, oh, I'm just gonna shoot him. BF-109 to my rear. I'll come back to the left here. To the east. Help the LA-5 with this 109. Ooh, I think they collided. Yeah, they collided. Alright. That's fine with me. Get my altitude back up. So also the flaps on the Spitfire rip so easily. You're going 180, they're ripping off. So let's cool my engine down. Nose low. Keep my speed up. We're gonna go try it after that P-47. Help these guys with the 47s over here. Maybe go to the left. What was that? Huh. So I got 80 more cannon rounds. 47 sees me. I'm not going head to head with the 47. No flaps are gone. He's gonna outrun me. P-47 is gonna outrun a Spitfire every time. And since I have a carburetor, I just had carburetor failure. Yak 9 gonna come in and try to mess around. Ooh, he got my wing. I thought I avoided it, but yeah, he got my wing. Oh, am I gonna be able to fly this? Am I gonna be able to fly this? Come on, come on. No, no. Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh my god, guys. Can I make it back to base? Can I please make it back to base with the one wing? Okay. Okay. We're doing this. We're doing And that's why going head-to-head with the 47 is never good. Because those 850 cows are just going to freaking rip you apart. I mean, yeah, I got cannons, but it's a lot more mass coming out with the 47's 850s than my 220 millimeters and my 30 cows going out. I can't believe I'm flying right now. Let's go to cockpit view. Yeah, my wing is gone from the cockpit. It is completely gone. We got a ring there, and this side's gone. Look at the survivability of the wing and the lift that it's getting. I don't care if my engine burns out now. I'm just trying to make it home. I'll go full throttle until it's burned. Because I'm barely... Oh, I'm actually gaining speed. Look at that. This is hilarious, guys. When does that ever happen? That P-47 is probably so mad right now. He's like, how isn't that I got my kill yet? It's like, because I'm still flying, bro. I am still fine. I'm surprised it hit the ground back there. I was in that canyon. I was barely be able to clear it. Oh, we're not even pulling out the landing gear since technically my landing gear is gone on the right side. I think the game's almost over. 3 more freaking enemies. Oh, we're almost messed up. So I'm putting a lot of elevator right now into this motion. The question is, okay, now I'm overheated. The question is, will I break up and die from skidding on the airfield? A lot of elevator. The guy's asking why is P-47 so fast? Because it's muscle car, bro. That engine. Alright, let's slow it down. I got this. We got this. You gotta freaking stick it. I wonder if this guy's looking up. He's like, does that Spitfire have one wing? Yes, I do, sir. I'm gonna land on the freaking taxiway. Oh, full elevator. Look at that. Look at that, gentlemen. I made it back with more than half of my wing gone. That's great. And I'm freaking repairing. He's gone. He's already gone. That's great. I can't believe I survived that. I hear Top Gear behind me. All right, let's get back into the game. One guy left. Let's get those takeout points. Just like the 109, this thing jumps in the air like at 80 miles an hour. Less than 100 for sure. Look at that. 91 or something like that. Oh, I didn't even show you guys. This is the Spitfire cockpit. It's good visibility to the rear. It seems like you're right up against the firewall and the instrument panel. Got a yoke instead of a stick. I mean, a lot of the... Maybe not as much as this one, but I think the tail is mostly cloth. Yeah. So that's cloth on the rear end of the tail. I mean, I know the Hurricane is definitely a lot of cloth in it still compared to steel. But that is the Supermarine Spitfire's cockpit. Got the trigger right there, more of a thumb trigger rather than a finger trigger. Gauges look like they're set up pretty sweet. I mean, again, looks pretty tight inside, but better than a 109. And look at those beautiful elliptic wings. Cannon sticking out there. I mean, better visibility than some of the other aircraft with that lovely bar and this line of sight for the aircraft's pilot. We're just going to cruise on in. Maybe go for some ground targets because I think this guy might be at his base. So I'm just going to cruise along, have a little chat with everybody. How's everybody doing? We're already overheating. See, look, 100%, and we're overheating. It's literally like for German and Spitfires, even Hurricanes, it's like you gotta be like at 90, 92%, and you won't overheat. And I'm level. I'm actually perfectly level. I'm not gaining altitude very much at all. And I was overheating. See, that's cool back down, water's down, oil's definitely all the way down. Nice to have a house right on top of that, right? No one will mess with you. But the lovely walk up to your front porch would suck. It's like, I'm going to take 2 hours to climb up to my house and 2 hours to climb down. But the view, I bet. The wind. The wind is probably crazy up there, too. 255. Where's this guy at? He has to be over here somewhere. Is that him? Those are... Yeah, those are what's it called? AI. Let's shoot down some AI planes. Attention to the designated grid square. So he's right off of it. There he is. Right there somewhere. Yeah, I'm guessing he's landing. Or taking off. Can't tell him too far away. And nose down, get some speed. Those are AI. Wait a minute. This has to be AI. I don't see him. 109's diving on him, so maybe he sees him. Those are all computers. Yep, he's over there, SBTC. Hit him, 109. A little too far out. A little too far out. Now go for it. Unleash. Unleash the beast of the 109 20mm cannon. There you go. Nice. Don't hit the ground, sir. Alright, we won. Alright, do some Star Wars stuff. Like Beggar's Cannon back home. Down, sir. Nice waterfall. Got 2 on that one. What was that? The B-29 or B-25? What else did I get? The 47? Oh yeah, the 47. Yes, he shot off my wing. I still can't believe I made it back. That is so cool. It was identifying as an American aircraft. That's what was happening. All right, let's go back into it. Show them what a Spitfire pilot could do. One of those valiant few. What do we got? Ooh, Cologne. Oh man, remember back in the day when this level first came out? There's like just a train full of train cars. If you made it there in time, you gained so many points. Does anybody remember that? You go down there with an attacker or bomber and just decimate that whole train, and you'd get so many points. And I think they took it out like years back, but when it first came out, there's a train right there, like a mile long. You drop a bomb, shoot them up with your guns, and people will just go straight for that for ground points. And then on the other side, as Germans, you would go and defend that because you know freaking people would be going over there for those ground points. Probably 7. All right, and we're up. And we're up. So that rad temperature just goes up pretty high. Especially at 100. Oh. That would help, right? Level out, get my speed up, since I'm kind of struggling since I was an idiot and didn't put my landing flaps up. I hear my dog. I hear my dog walking around. What's up, puppy? Who here has a dog when you just sit down or start doing something, they come up and they're like, I want to go outside, or this, and that, and the other. It's just like, your timing every time is impeccable. That's my dog. So what do we got? MB's, what's an F6C? What a Hellcat? 51, Spitfire. F6C. I'm blanking. Is it a Hellcat, right? BV238. Oh man, everybody hates that airplane. They love it if you use it, but hate to attack it. Someone down low. .410. I'm surprised if not. Well, I got in late. That's why I'm not as high as this 190 in Spitfire. You're shooting way too far off B-51. He'll get him now. BTR, ME410 shooting BTRs. Oh, that map. Two 109s and a spit. Come on, get this guy, B-51. He's just laying down hate. .190 bugged out. Ooh, Spitfire just did a head-on, but he's struggling. 51 got the 210. That Spitfire's down on that Spitfire. He's on fire. That Spit's on fire. He's going down. 190 got that 51. Come on, you better get him, Saloninka. I kind of want to go help these guys, but I'm kind of far. And I'm already freaking overheating. Since this lovely British engine doesn't have the great cooling components that the American Mustang has. Got him, nice. Where did they go? Well, I'll go shoot an AI then real quick. There he is. Yeah, I'm gonna let him go. We get some AI points. See how fast? I was going fast actually. I was going 260 in that turn. So I was gonna rip off regardless. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm not gonna go over there and help these guys. This 109 is way too high. I'm just gonna try to get some decent points shooting these AI down. Well, he got my engine. Let's see how far I can make it with this engine all shut up. It's already red. Go to auxiliary field. No, I ain't gonna make it. I'm struggling already. May cool down, but I'm losing speed. Can't Oh man, it's a tough decision. Speed for freaking cooling. Okay, the water's gonna go up regardless, it looks like. I don't see any damage, but it's there. You can tell it's running rough, how the plane's shaking. I'm good with that. One real kill and 3 AIs. That one got you died. You guys got this. Yep. Nice. Won that one, boys. And that is a Spitfire Mark II. Bravo. Hope you guys enjoyed that little bit. That last one wasn't really a lot of action. It was a small battle, but it's something, right? I gave guys a little bit on those AI planes. But I think the next one, we might go Japanese. What do you guys think? Japanese? Should I do tanks? Should I go do some tanks? I guess tanks, it wouldn't be nose to tail. It would be, hmm. How would you call that? Barreled engine? Armored engine? But we'll figure that out. But yeah, today was a little insight on the British, this beautiful British Spitfire. God, that wing's freaking awesome. But till next time, guys. Hopefully, you guys come back. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it. Comment, see if you have any suggestions or tell me a plane you want to see. We'll go over it and we'll get into it. And hopefully, we will have more good times here